video is about rubber doll transformation, a topic that many of us latex hood lovers are very fascinated by but have very limited information on. So not only am I going to be doing a latex hood tutorial for you, teaching you how I mastered this perfect, super sexy, all red glitter lip, perfect for any latex mask night out. I'm also going to be sharing for you a really special edition of Latex Stories, talking about my experience with a full rubber doll transformation in none other than South Africa. Oh, you guys might have already seen me do a glitter lip tutorial. I actually have a short video available on my YouTube channel if you guys don't want to watch the super fun amazing video that I'm showing you right now, this awesome latex hood tutorial that you guys need to see. First product that I'm putting on my lips is a Dr. Papa lip treatment. It really doesn't matter. Anything that conditions your lips is perfectly fine. I'm just using this because this was the fastest thing that I was able to grab from my makeup bag. Oh my God, before I get into the even juicier portion of the video, which is talking about some latex stories, because I know you guys were missing story time, let's talk about VIP memberships and how you can become one. So simply by tapping the description box, clicking that button that says become a member, you can upgrade all of your access, all the content that you're seeing, and literally get the most premium transparent latex lingerie. Like, I'm talking latex cat, like the stuff that you guys love to see the most is all available, and it's coming out literally every day. I mean, the photos that I dropped for my VIP members today were just outrageous. So if you guys want to see some real sexy latex catsuit content, click that description box, click become a member, and upgrade right now. We're not gonna spend too much time worried about our rubber doll transformation, and more so talking about a rubber doll that I actually transformed or helped transform, I don't know what we would say, in South Africa. So the lip color that do you like that little tease I gave you guys? The lip color, the lip liner that we're using today is a Juvia's Place lip liner, and it's in the color Brownie. Basically, for this technique, it literally doesn't matter what color you go for. I would just say go for a very deep brown. The darkest brown you have in your makeup bag, put that on, my little rubber doll love. So I'm not gonna overline the lip because, as I said, I don't think that overlining the lip is really necessary when you are wearing a latex hood, just because the latex hood does a lot of the work for you in terms of pushing your lips out and making them extra juicy. So I'm just gonna follow the natural line of my lips, and that's how I'm gonna go about lining my lips for today's latex hood latex stories. Let's get to the juicy part. One of the first things that I did when I moved to South Africa was that I started reaching out to members, to other people that love latex klidang as much as I love latex. I do find it to be a little bit more conservative, largely more conservative than a lot of the Western countries that I lived in. Cape Town. Cape Town definitely aspires to be they so aspire to be so Western, and they're always comparing themselves to Europeans, and they're always talking about their friends in France and whatnot. Girl, you are 14 hours away by flight, okay? You are on the ass end of Africa, okay? It's not like, come on. The values are different, the history is different, the culture is different, and therefore the people that you meet there are totally different as well. And the guy that I met there, let me tell you something. So basically, I'm in South Africa, I'm just starting grad school, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I want to go out. Do they have Tinder in South Africa? Oh my God, I can't remember. Wait. Do they have Tinder in South Africa? Are people hooking up on Tinder in South Africa? Holy crap. Oh my God. Okay, so I actually think they do. And I think that I might have met this guy off of Tinder in South Africa. I'm on Tinder, I'm like looking for guys in South Africa. I'm like looking for anybody in South Africa, frankly, because I knew no one, I had no friends, right? And I interact with this guy, I can't remember his name. I remember he was a Leo though. He grew up in Joburg and then he moved to Cape Town, and so, you know, he was somebody who was very familiar with the terrain and very easy for him to show me around and everything. And you know, he was very handsome as well. He was a good looking guy. And so, but I mean, at this point we hadn't linked up yet. We're just flirting, you know, we're just talking, we're just flirting. He's like, yeah, you know, I would love to link with you, but I have a secret. I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? If you have a secret, you better keep that shit to yourself, okay? Secrets don't say secret if you go and run your mouth to every person that's trying to mind their own fucking business. Let me tell you something. That's that Brooklyn coming right out of me. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. We haven't even gone on our first date yet. So I'm like, what secrets could you, everything is a secret at this point. I don't know anything about you. What are you talking about? What could be so secretive that you felt like you needed to introduce it as a secret in the first place? Basically, he was trying to get me to wait until our first date to show me the secret. I'm not doing that. Let me tell you, I'm not doing that. You need to tell me what the secret is right now, okay? I need to know what's going on ASAP. So I'm like, that's not gonna work. You know, I'm not showing up for this date if you're not gonna tell me what the secret is. So he's like, all right. You know, I really wanted to show you in person. Can you see our latex story is getting more and more intense? So he's like, I really wanted to show you in person, but I could technically show you like this, you know, just texting if you want me to show you like this. And I'm like, yes, you know, I need to know. I'm not gonna show up. I'm not gonna come to Joburg. You're not gonna come to Cape Town. We're not gonna do this South Africa romance, latex Kleedung romance until you tell me what's going on. So he's like, all right, so I enjoy rubber doll transformation, which I know has been a term that we've been kind of throwing around the whole day, but when he said that he liked to do rubber doll transformation, or that he enjoyed rubber doll transformation, I thought that he was talking about, you know, maybe myself dressing as a rubber doll for him or something like that. Or I don't know, or maybe he likes this. Maybe he likes, you know, just watching people in their latex mask, you know, doing their makeup, looking really, really cute and stuff, just like you guys. So I wasn't sure what did that mean. And I was like, what do you mean? You know, like, you have to show me an example. That's not enough. The way that you're talking about it right now, that's not really exemplifying for me what's gonna happen when I meet up with you. And he's like, all right, you want an example? He's like, you want to see what's gonna happen when we meet up? So I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I do want to see. I do want to see. So he's like, okay, you know, all right, fine. If you'd like to know, then sure, I'll share it with you. So by the way, guys, what we're gonna be using for this glittery lip, I have this beautiful bag of holographic red glitter. I do sell glitter in my Illuminati by Jheanelle Corinne store. If you want to pick up the exact glitter that I'm using today, you can just head over to JheanelleCorinne.com and click Illuminati. It'll take you right there. If you're curious and you want to use a different type of glitter, you can find it online, but you know, the color, the quality, it might not be exactly the same as if you were using, you know, my specific glitter. So bear that in mind. This is the NYX glitter primer. And what this is meant to do is that it's just meant to help the glitter adhere to whatever you're popping it onto. So if it's your eyes, if it's your lips, if it's skin for whatever reason, just packing that glue in. And the same places that you see me pack the glue in is the same places that you're gonna see me pop the glitter in as well. So I'm dipping my brush in, getting a sufficient amount of glitter ready, if you guys can see that. Now you just, oh, it's looking so cute already. What I would recommend to you is definitely make sure that whatever color that you are using for the glitter lip is going to be the same color as your glitter. Show me. I need to see the rubber doll or whatever it is you're talking about. I need to see it. And he's like, all right, fine. I will show it to you. So he sends me a photo that I don't think I will ever forget for my many days on this earth. He's like, okay, are you sure you want to see a picture? Because, you know, it's not gonna be for the faint of heart. I'll let you know that right now. And I was like, well, at this point, you know, I'm down for the ride, so you gotta show me. So he sends me this photo, and can you guys guess what was in the photo? He sends me a photo. I'm assuming this was of him. I couldn't see because the latex hood was like on, and it wasn't a regular hood. It was like an inflatable hood. It was like a full round circular sphere. So I didn't even know who or what I was looking at, really. Not only the inflatable hood, as I mentioned, but a full latex cat suit. It wasn't an inflatable cat suit, but it was a big boob cat suit, and he was wearing it. I guess you guys must be wondering, like, how did I feel about that? Like, did I like it? Was I attracted to it? Would I be attracted to somebody like that? I'm kind of down for whatever, and I'm always down to experiment with something new. Like, especially if I haven't done it before in the bedroom, I'm gonna try. I don't care. I really, I don't care. You know, whatever. Like, life is made for living. He's like, well, what do you think? You know, that's me. Do you like it? You know, do you want to meet up still? Like, what are you thinking? And I was like, honestly, I have no problem with this. Like, you know, I'm not daunted by this at all. Like, you know, I've never tried it before. I've never been with a partner who's been interested in full rubber doll transformation. I've never been with a partner, I don't know about all of you guys, but you know, I have partners who, you know, or I have had partners that have a variety of different interests, but you know, my love of latex is something that oftentimes, you know, I have tons of outfits, I have tons of stuff, but oftentimes I feel like I'm the only person in the relationship that's actually as you know, interested in latex, you know, in general. So I was like, that's fine, I have no problem with this. My only problem is that I've never interacted with a rubber doll before. I've never played with a rubber doll before, so I don't really know what are the expectations of a rubber doll transformation. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, you know, what's it gonna be like? Because you seem to have it all covered over there by yourself and Joburg. So how was he gonna introduce me? Because you know me, I'm always like, oh, you think that you're gonna scare me? Let's double down. I'm putting, you know, I'm like, oh, you think that you're gonna set me up? No, I'm setting you up, you know? So I'm like, okay, so I've never done this before, so how are you gonna introduce the rubber doll transformation to me? What's it gonna be like? And he's like, well, why don't I just, again, you know, I much prefer to show you. Probably an exhibitionist now that I think about it. So we get on FaceTime, and turns out the entire time that I was communicating with this person on Tinder, I don't know if he just put it on for the FaceTime or if what it was, but I think that the entire time that he was talking, he was wearing that rubber doll, like inflatable latex hood, the latex cat suit, the big boob. I think he had it on the whole time. I think he told me he likes to just relax in the house, and he just loves the sensation of latex covering every little aspect of his body, and particularly when he can do the full rubber doll transformation and really get into that mindset. Like, that's the best feeling in the world for him. So I think he was wearing it the whole time. He just turned on FaceTime and he was immediately like, boom, here's me, rubber doll, ready for you. So, you know what? We had a fun little phone call on FaceTime. That was good, you know? And I was definitely interested in seeing him in person after that, because as I said, I'm very exploratory. And even though that was kind of infant in my latex days, I was still very fascinated by the latex hood. That's why I'm doing this latex hood tutorial for you guys. And very fascinated by the rubber doll lifestyle, all of it. So I wanted us to link up. But, of course, as I said, do latex stories ever have a happy ending? So we were all excited. We were gonna meet up, everything. And as I said, at the time I was in grad school, and you know, I was still a student, so I was still, you know, struggling, still working, going to school at the same time, a struggle that many of us experience in life. And you know, I was kind of dealing with a lot of pressure from that. And I guess he kind of started to see that, like, I kept rescheduling our first date. I didn't have time. I had classes, I had papers to hand in, I had all this stuff. And then he kind of, I mean, and maybe I should have known, because he immediately started our whole conversation by, here's me in my inflatable hood and rubber doll latex cat suit. Okay, you know, but basically as we continue to talk, he started by offering me crazy amounts of money. Like, listen, I'm gonna pay for your grad school, don't worry. Like, I'm gonna pay for this semester. I have the money. Do you want me to go over to UCT? I'm gonna pay them. You want me to do it? And I was like, no, like, we never even met before. Like, you're not even in Cape Town, you're in Joburg. Like, what do you mean you're gonna come over here to come and pay my bursar? Like, no, this is crazy. So, you know, that was freaking me. I mean, it was generous, but I was kind of like, this is getting a little too intense already. You know, I was already seeing the red flags. Then, how I knew that this was just an absolute no-go. I don't know if you could say like stalking, if it's like digital stalking. Like, if you're, I don't know, if you're getting messages from somebody and it surpasses the platform that you originally started talking to them on, like, or met them on. Like, if you met them on, I don't know, Tinder, and now they're hitting you on Snapchat, on Facebook Messenger, on Instagram, on email, on, you know, every single, basically anywhere that they could find you, like, you would be kind of freaked out too, wouldn't you? So I don't know what happened. I think maybe he was crazy from the beginning. Maybe he got too obsessed. Maybe he was so excited to find a woman that was actually interested in rubber doll transformation to the extent that he was, that he just took it a little too far and got too overexcited, and it just kind of messed things up. Sometimes that does happen in relationships. I don't know, guys. You tell me what you think. I'd love to hear it in the comments. Again, guys, hit me in the comments if you've had a similar dating experience, if you want to weigh in on what might have happened between me and this guy, if you want to weigh in on who you think I should be dating next. You know, I would love to hear it. I love hearing from you guys, and most importantly, I love hearing from my VIP members. Remember, you guys always get responses back to every single one of your comments. That's 100% of the time. Love you guys the most. I hope that you really enjoyed this video, guys. I hope that you definitely, you know, again, subscribe, like, and comment, and most importantly, become a VIP member to get the absolute best latex content available. Talk soon.